Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 in the Man the Guns expansion. We are trying to get to a Japanese torpedo swarm tactic, and we should actually be able to see our first torpedo cruisers over here, the Kamikaze class, which does include, let's say, the template. I can't see that over here, but which does have quite a bit of torpedo attack. So we are trying to bring that into the conflict with the US at some point. However, it is early 1939 and we just declared war on China, so that has to come first. Last episode we did see the first naval landings of our special naval forces over here in the area of Qingdao. Sorry about the noise over there. Yeah, we landed here successfully. There are some more Marines coming into these other secondary landing sites, and I think we should tell our fleet here to attack a little bit more aggressively, and it appears like we don't have any naval superiority over in this sector, and that is probably why there's no one attacking at this second. So let's actually change that and pick our torpedo task force here and instead send it off to patrol in this area. I think that should be fine. Right, there we go. It doesn't have a commander yet, but it doesn't need to because it really is not supposed to do anything over here. One other thing I did though is use our I-121 class submarines, which do include some, which do have some mine laying capabilities, and did send them to lay some mines in the East Chinese Sea. The reason for that is basically because I want to find out whether we do get some advancement towards the Sea Wolf capabilities, or any experience actually, by laying mines, because that'll be very interesting. Right, so the war in China, in the south again we landed just here. In the north we are being pushed back slightly, or more than slightly, because there are more than about 50 Chinese divisions up over here towards the area around Beijing, their capital, and that's pretty threatening. So we are on the other hand trying to land here and then pushing against them and trying to pocket them over here. Hopefully our line up here is going to hold out for long enough. In the meantime though, I am going to train up a couple more divisions from, let's say 12 divisions from Manchukuo in this area. I think should be fine. We are missing some infantry equipment, but not too much. I think we are producing that pretty quickly. Yeah, 77 per day. So I think that should be alright. We're missing some light tanks, but that's not the end of the world. Right, so yeah, let's see whether we can hold out over here and how much we can expand down here. We are of course bringing in a lot more units to this beachhead and trying to establish ourselves a little bit more strongly. Nevertheless, let's do take our Marines and send them, well, maybe not you. I think you could take a little bit of a rest. You know what, actually we are going to send all of you over here. You are going to be on the closest side. You can get over there. You can try to get to Jinan, and then get most of these other guys just situated along this river, or potentially even on the other side of the river, and hopefully that's gonna be alright. So yeah, let's start the game again. It is a little bit unfortunate that I did have to reload in the meantime, because that will often tell the AI to re-establish a couple of things, but they are really so low on supply. Of course we are as well, but on the other hand we are also trying to build up our supply network down there in Qingdao. How is it so bad though? Why is it so bad? You specifically seem to have a problem. I don't know why. All of the other guys are fine. No, they are not. Okay, we did land over here, so that's good to see. We do have some more naval landings up over there, but let's try to connect up our areas. Oh, I also realized we do have an airport up there, so let's actually bring up one of our air forces over to Qingdao, and then to cover the area with air superiority. I think that should be fine. Good. We also have, of course, the Kidobatai, our carrier force, up here in the Bay of, I don't know what that is actually. Okay, so over here things are quite a little bit, quite interesting I have to say. So let's make sure to grab one of you guys, send you down here. You're supporting that attack. I don't think you should. I think you should try to get behind their lines. And in fact, let's grab a couple of you guys. Whoever is attacking into... Okay, that's just 2. Yeah, still, we should win here fairly quickly. We are holding out all in all over here, so that is good to see. Bringing a couple of people over there manually. And we are advancing. Our Marines are advancing, so that's extremely good to see. Why do we have so much attrition? Ah, because it's very hot. Okay, so if we do have that much attrition, and I think our logistics is suffering from that quite a bit, isn't it? Spotted enemy navies. Ooh, okay, so here we go. This is the first time we do get into this new mechanic. We do have a lot of submarines over here in the hope of being able to... Are we engaging? In the hope of being able to engage them at some point, but we don't seem to be capable of doing that right now. And we still don't have enough view on the Sea of Japan, so let's actually get another one of these groups over here to do at least some things for us. The first cruiser group, I think... Yeah, let's send you over here as well. That should mean that we do have quite a bit of an eye on the Sea of Japan. That should be fairly good for us. Okay, we do have to be careful here. That we are still defending our beachhead, but we are getting a new batch of units in here, so that's good to see. Yeah, but on the other hand, the Chinese are very much reacting to our attack over there. That's pretty devastating for us potentially. Still, you guys are right. You will be running into them over there, but I do hope that we'll be fine. Come on, guys, be a little bit quicker, please, to Qingdao. You're still suffering from the very hot situation, aren't you? And we are losing infantry equipment. Okay, we did get into a battle over here, but we seem to be doing better than they are, so for now that's fine, and I don't want to get outflanked. Okay, so we also got our motorized units in. Let's directly move them ahead. Let's use at least... Let's say at least 3 cavalry divisions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 cavalry divisions will go to Nanjing, Hefei, and Suzhou in the south. We do have 6 further ones. These 2 fields should be invaded. Let's take half of you over here, and then further 3 just down here, and see whether we can't advance against the Chinese. I'm not going to use any command power right now. We could of course do that up here. Ooh, and interesting, so the situation up here has developed a little bit, so we are now being attacked. Can I split half of you off? And maybe not this one. Yeah, so 3 more units should go down here. You'll be reinforced over here. You have reinforced that area, so that's good to see. Yeah, we are attacking into there more strongly. And all in all, our attack seems to be developing fairly alright. Can I actually ask one of you guys to get over here? Just so we get rid of that situation. Unassigned divisions. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, let's get you down here on... Oh my, this front line has screwed itself up already, mightily. Right, let's get one of you guys who isn't dug in to support this attack as well, so that we have a couple more vectors over there. Over here we seem to be holding out for now. I think it might be a very fine idea to do a little counterattack over here. So what have we got? We've got 10 Chinese units over there and a quagmire of units over here. So how many is that? 2, 6, couple actually. But wouldn't it be nice if we could advance into here? And just to pin these guys down in Beijing... Oh. Oh, whoa, 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 we need to call you in. Call to arms. They will accept. Yes. Thank you. So because we can't currently attack from over there. They have joined us as an ally, so let's join the attack over here. Into Beijing. Hopefully we are going to be able to take Beijing. It's an urban territory. but still we do have so many attack vectors over here that that might be possible. Right. So this attack up here will not be doing that well. All in all, we seem to be doing okay. No, don't go there. Come on, you are fine. Come on, get over there to Xinjiang. 3 units over here. Let's keep one of you over here. Let's get one down there and one down here. Try to encircle that gentleman. You stay on this front. We are being attacked, but that seems to be alright. Can you please attack? I just want to get these 2 areas. Okay, and we do have 11 army units now, which can strategically redeploy at least over here. And we certainly do hope that we can make the river crossing at some point. Logistics Company 2 is also very appreciated, so that means we are using less logistics in the future. Let's also make sure to get the latest equipment in all regards. So we are researching land doctrine, that's good. We do have pretty modern artillery, we could do more anti-air, but that's not that useful at this second. Improved artillery would be nice. It's a little bit ahead of time, but that doesn't have to stop us completely. Our event engineer company might be nice. All of the other companies are not being used. More infantry equipment, no. Maybe on the marines, but yeah, I think industrial technology might actually be more important. So yeah, let's research dispersed industry. Keep an eye on the infantry situation. So yeah, it's looking pretty bad. And at that point, I'm gonna go ahead and go to military high command and pick Hitoshi Imamura, which does give us a reduction in the infantry attrition, or in the overall attrition rate actually. Right, so we are close to capturing this town, which is very nice because it will give us a little bit more infantry, a little bit more supply, and potentially a way across the this river. But yeah, there we go. We did have to beat them back. We are now being subject to attack ourselves. That should be done for very quickly. Northern China is... yeah, so we are facing some supply issues, which isn't completely surprising, I have to admit. And let's get you guys over here. Some attacks happening down here. Someone is trying to cut that guy off, so that's good to see. And we did win over here, so let's try to make the river crossing. With half of you guys going over there and half of you down here. And you know what, actually I'm going to pick one of you who has the highest organization and going to do a pinning attack on these guys. It's probably not going to stop them completely, but it does mean that we can stop them in place and get our other guys to join across join across the river attack over here. And you know what, just take these areas. Good, good. Right, so you are fine. You can actually try to cross the river over here. And let's have an eye on the situation in the north. Okay, so all in all doing fairly well. Let's make sure you guys are attacking a little bit. You are fine, I think, by doing this. And you four should, I think, stay where you are. And let's pick 2 of you and attack over here from the other direction, just so we can maybe pinch this off and really be conducting a strong offense over here. Actually, we might want to increase our attack chances a little bit, because that would cut off quite a lot of units, and that might be nice. It's also preventing the enemy from bringing additional supplies down here. Right, so we are seeming to cut off that division, which would be a fairly nice win actually. And we did cross the river, so that's brilliant to see. And let's push up ahead more strongly, trying to maintain our position over here, and I think should get behind these guys as strongly as we can. Let's pick like 4 divisions. 5 selected. 4 should be fine to mob on this guy, including with this artillery, with this cavalry, so that we have some more combat with. Yeah, that's fine. And we are much stronger than he is. So yeah, we should be able to do that pretty quickly. Right, you guys do go up here. This is being dealt with by the cavalry. And more recon company, so that's also very good and welcome addition. We are falling behind on engineering, and I do think it would be nice to get additional decryption technology. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, because I would like to know more about the Chinese positions. So, fully crossed the river by now, at least over there. Half of you, or at least maybe let's say 3 divisions or so, should get over there. Right, very lovely. We are making some very good progress down here, and actually up here, which is lovely to see. We could actually try to gain some ground there. Up over here things aren't that great, but we are still wearing them down on that position, so I like to see that. And ideally we should take the first army and maybe adjust its target positions a little bit. Actually, you know that what that still looks fairly fine to me. That's still your overall target. Let's funnel in more attacks into Beijing. Oh, we are actually already doing that. Or maybe towards that cutoff position there. That would also be a good position to attack. Yeah, so let's bring up more of our motorized units towards over here. And sorry about the noise in the background. Right. Yeah, being attacked, but that's fine. National focused bypass, secure China. Okay, that's very nice. National focus completed. That's also good to see. So we have finished the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. We got all of these things. So that is extremely lovely. We are ultimately trying to go for strike on the southern resource area. But not for now. We could do bicycle battalions, which would be kind of cool, you have to admit. But other than that, I do think the national defense state might be useful. It would give us more total mobilization, which does reduce our recruitable population. That might go higher with the spiritual mobilization after that. So these would need to be completed right one after another. On the other hand, strike powers doctrine is important, I think. Would unlock naval doctrine as well. Yeah, ultimately this is where we want to end up. I'm also tempted to enhance Manchuria quite a bit. And you know what, let's continue our diplomatic efforts in China and do that. So, a little bit of instability down here. We might have to cross over here because we are being strongly attacked over there. And that's of course no good. We are pushing down there, so that's okay. You could actually attack over there, so let's do that, and let's try to thin down their lines. You're coming up over there, that's fine. You should come down here. I'm conducting some attacks down there, so let's actually define for the second army a front line, and that front line should be this area up here. And the offensive line is going to be rather simply an attack over there. Italy pursues closer bonds with Germany. Okay, we do need to keep an eye on that, but other than that, of course, June is mostly a period here where we are trying to reaffirm the positions. You can get up there actually and try to push against this area, and we can also at least pick some of our Japanese naval divisions. You, and in fact you, and ask you to be on the southern front. We're gonna assign you there, and that means these naval landings have sort of bypassed themselves. We do also have the second battle fleet that is supporting naval invasions, and will be asking it to stop that and go back to Tokyo. We should also briefly check on whether mine laying does give some benefit, and it doesn't appear like it does, so this is not giving you any experience points, which is a little bit unfortunate. Did anyone else gain any experience points? No, not so far. But we might have to find the Japanese fleet first. And let's also pick all of our cavalry divisions up over here and ask them to also form front line down here that is supposed to do an offensive line against Nanjing at some point in the future. Italy has joined the Axis. Okay, that's also interesting to see. And we can go for Ishigo, which does mean Japan is poor in resources, but our neighbors are not. We must take from them what we lack, and only require an excuse to begin doing so. So what would that do? United States gains war support. China attack bonus against country. Really? Plus 20%. That would be a massive bonus. Activates mission Conquer China. Let's go for this. The end of the war is in sight. With a fun push and a determined effort, we can bring the conflict to a swift conclusion. However, we should not be able to grasp within the year we may suffer internal instability. Oh, I didn't read that. Okay, so we do have 1 year to close the war against China. And that is challenging, certainly. So yeah, let's make sure to actually go ahead and push strongly over here. Okay, you guys can actually... How close are you to getting over there? Not that close. Well, Beijing is close to capitulating, so that is nice to see. Tian will be a stronger position, a tougher nut to crack, basically. And we are starting to see quite a lot of units over here in this gap, which we are trying to close. So yeah, let's see whether we can close that off by going over here. Okay, so firstly, you guys can stay over here, and then I want you to attack into that position. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, that's not too much of a concern for us right now, because all of that is happening in Europe. You guys are coming in over here, so that's alright. The most important thing will be to push up over there. Just close this gap. Swiftly. 60, but they're bringing in reinforcements very aggressively. So let's actually try to advance a little bit down here then, shall we? So you, whereas you guys all go over there. It's a little bit of a micromanagement game at this second, but all in all I think we are well advised to do this. We can also attack over here and there. And let's pick half of you guys and also attack across this river. Basically so that they are stopped from bringing in more reinforcements. And speaking of that, we should probably do a probing attack against these guys over here, just so that they can't reinforce that area. Also nice to see that we did manage to take this part off the front. And all of you guys should potentially attack into Beijing, please. Oh no, you actually took Beijing. Okay, that's good to see. Let's make sure to capture this other area up here, though. They are seemingly evacuating all of these divisions from Tijuan, which would be nice because that is urban terrain, and urban terrain is hell to fight through. Incidentally, still top time over here. Communists are defeated. I don't know why we keep on getting this event. Okay, you guys do attack over there. Really need to break them over there. I think that's the most critical aspect. Ooh, and our cavalry divisions are doing funny things. Okay, let's run you across the coast. You should potentially push up a little. And our marines here, well, I think they are fine. Basically. Okay, and actually the first army can start a formal attack plan over here. Okay, now you are attacking into TG1. I think I would like you to stop that. Oh well. Let's leave the decision up to them and try to close in the pocket at any position that we can, really. Just so that we are making their life a little bit more difficult. As much as we can. Right, so more divisions over here. You should potentially push into there. Turn that probing attack into a full-scale assault. We will fail up here, but I think all in all, if that breaks and all that breaks, we might be fine. We do have to watch our southern front though. I think that will be somewhat critical. You guys can actually potentially attack up here. And you just shorten the front line a little. And then you come down like that. So we are being pushed back in the south, but I think if we close off this corridor in the north, we should be more than fine actually. Right, T1 being attacked. Let's come down here. You should also attack up there. We are being pushed back, but all in all I think that's fine. Are we actually... State owner, China, foreign claims, Communist China, okay, that's fine. Right, you go attack and ahead and attack T1. You guys are all coming down there, that's alright. You should actually potentially reinforce that position. Yeah, so... Actually Nanjing, the new capital, is within reach, so we are going to try and capture that. And that's going to probably give a negative event for us, but all in all I think that's still better to do than to not do that, basically. Okay, so yeah, you go ahead, continue pushing against their target. All in all we are trying to keep them unbalanced, most importantly I think. Right, and we did manage to finish this encirclement, so that's nice to see. We are being attacked still over there, but I think we should see them falter very quickly. Overall the front line is a mess, but still, all in all, I think we are winning this fight quite decisively. Okay, you guys attack into there, you support this attack. Yeah, so these guys should also see a pretty hefty reduction in their ability to wage war very quickly. Okay, can you go on to Shanghai after that? Okay, that's nice because that means you can go to Hangzhou while you're trying to take Nanjing. You're being attacked now, but that's fine. Over here we need to be careful so that we don't get cut off. But I think that's gonna be alright. Fairly quickly, yeah. And the third army, your front line is being pushed together quickly. Okay, so and this is... Ooh. I had not expected to see Beijing to Mengukao. Yeah, but now these pockets are turning into smaller pockets, which is of course very lovely because we are defeating Chinese division after Chinese division over here extremely quickly. Lovely. Okay, just collapse these guys. More than 30 divisions to be captured up here. Which of course we are very much willing to do. And they should be very low on supply as well. They are getting some from this victory point, but not too many I suspect. And yeah, these guys should collapse basically very quickly. Yeah, they're also out of supply. So yeah, that's fine. Ooh, and we do have some enemy fleets spotted on the one hand, and on the other hand we do seem to have 3 dockyards, which is nice because we finished quite some of them. So we are 12 out of 22, which does mean we should be able to spend quite a bit more on our torpedo cruisers, which I'm willing to do. It does mean we have to buy some steel, but I'm willing to do so, absolutely willing to do so. And we should potentially have a brief look at whether these are all my Omi class, some other classes as well, so that's alright. But we should also have a look at whether we cannot... We're trying to find someone, heavy scout force, for Biku class. So the Mutsuki class, I think, is the one that has torpedo attack 46. 46? Why do we have 46 at the Mutsuki class? And let's briefly check on these guys. The Mutsuki class, it's outdated. 2 torpedoes and some depth charges. We also have these mine layers, which I find quite decent ships actually. We do have currently 3 of them, so you know what? We are actually gonna build 3 more of them. Katsuri class. We are going to ask that to join our mining group. Build 3 of them. And no, sorry, 3 of them. And that's fine. So we do need about 33 steel, which we should be able to trade for. Are we getting all of that we can? No, by far not. So yeah, that actually works out extremely nicely. So yeah, some additional steel being gathered from China over here and being pushed back against them. So situation is as follows. We have pocketed a lot of Chinese divisions up here, more than 30, I think. We do see very comparatively fewer divisions down here, which is nice. We are currently at war. They are at surrendering 30% only, so yeah. And we didn't quite manage to capture Shanghai, which is unfortunate. Sorry, Nanjing. But we definitely should continue to try that. So let's try to get into that position. You're trying to capture Shanghai, that's alright. You have captured Hangzhou. That's also nice to see actually. And we should try to capture a lot of additional victory points. Fuzhou down here. Yeah, historically some of these areas were quite heavily contested. But yeah, we'll have to see about that. We will be establishing some new front lines down here as soon as this has all finished up. And then try to push into China more aggressively and more consistently. The early pushes here in June mainly were really aimed at capturing a lot of equipment up here and destroying a lot of units up there. Speaking of equipment, we are still shy on infantry equipment, so we will need to be careful to produce more of that in the long term. But yeah, for now we are fine. And I think with some of the technology coming in, yeah, advanced machinery tools in 1 day, so that should be fairly good. Also, field hospital will be very nice because I do expect the next phase of the war with China to be a little bit more of a grind fest, as we will be trying to push through this immense area and down to Chongqing. Yeah, but that's gonna have to wait until next time. For now, thank you very much for watching. Do like, do subscribe, whatever you want to do, need to do. I'll be looking very much forward to see you guys next time. Bye bye.